It's time for Highlands basketball, Highlands State Playoff basketball. Tonight from Highlands High School, the Highlands Golden Rams in this first round 5A matchup meet the Bulls of Brashear out of the Pittsburgh City League. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma, cameraman Dan upstairs. This is Mike Pavlik, back with y'all here on Comcast and on YouTube, Dean.
Yeah, Mike, excited to be here. First state playoff game ever at home. And the reason is simple. COVID-19, they had to make arrangements way back in January. They decided the best way to go ahead and do it is to give first round home games. Second round and beyond will be neutral courts.
In the WPIAL playoffs, home teams won 88% of the games in the first and second round. And I wonder if they're going to want to do it again, but the Rams have to be using that tonight.
Yeah, Mike, they're going to go to neutral site second round because the games get bigger, but we were one of those people who pulled an upset at somebody's home court.
There were only 8 teams that went on the road, and Highlands was one of them when we won at Penn Hills. Well, it's time to talk Rest versus Rust. Brashear has played since Highlands. They played on Friday. The Rams haven't played since a week ago Monday, 8 days, and we all know the Rams are 24-2 when they have the long rest.
And, Mike, this is really a quick turnaround. Usually there's a week between a WPIAL championship and the first round of the state. They've decided this year at the state level to make that week at the end. You give the week rest, you'll play on the weekend, play the following weekend versus Tuesday and then Friday coming back on long distance trips. So again, I think it's a good idea. We didn't have much time to rest. No scrimmages were allowed at all. Again, we are here tonight because we're the number 3 team. Laurel Highlands winning got us that seed. And Brashear comes in because they played a 3-way playoff. They won their first game against General McLean. Second game, they lost by a point to Du Bois, and that's how we arrived here this evening, but not with a lot of time off, 1 week.
And we're here because of a phantom foul in the Newcastle-Laurel Highlands game. Let's say what happened there. And by the way, Ralph Blundo, he really gained a lot of points in my book the way he handled that at Newcastle.
It was a tough call, Mike, but again, you're supposed to call him the way you see him. Gallagher, he draws contact. We saw that. There was contact. He made the call. I'm glad he did.
And we've seen it with Gallagher, and we may see it again soon.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Mike. Where do we go from here? They're playing Elizabethtown, which is a 9th place team out of District 3 at home tonight. We get to play the winner of that game, and that winner of that game is going to be Laurel Highlands. I will go out and make that prediction. That'll be at a neutral site. If you're seeing this on a Wednesday, get your tickets ordered because Laurel Highlands is going to buy a lot of tickets up. We'll need your support there. Then, Mike, down at the bottom, you've got Shaler, Gateway, Du Bois, and Hershey. I saw them all, Mike. We can do some damage there, too. But let's not get out over our skis. Let's talk about this one tonight. This team is coming on from what we hear, so we better take care of business at home.
We do. And remember, the last time Highlands played a City League team, it was Alderdice, and they were beaten by the Dragons in January. So we'll see what happens tonight. The state playoffs for the first time ever at Highlands. Highlands and Brashear, and it's coming up right after this. The Brashear Bulls starting lineups, dressed in black and gold, Dean.
They'll start number 2, Titus Gillette, a 5'10 sophomore. The other guard is number 3, Jameer Kidd, a 6'1 junior. They'll also start a third guard. Number 10, Cameron Cheatham, a 6'3 junior. Number 4, Rasheed Saunders, a 5'11 senior. And they'll round it out with a big guy in the middle, Mike, number 33, Jacob Davis, 6'3 senior.
He was held scoreless in their 1-point home loss to Du Bois, coached by Kerry White. 8-10 on the year, but coming on, they're 6-4 in their last 10. And they got off to a slow start. The school closed down twice for COVID rate issues.
Well, let's take a look at the Golden Rams qualifying for the states this year. They will start number 24, Cameron Regard, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 8.7 points per game. Number 15, Braden Foster, our big guy in the middle, sophomore, 6'8", averaging 12 points per game. 0 is Chandler Timmons, 6'3 junior, averaging 7.5 points per game. And our leading scorer, number 1, Jimmy Quint, 6'2 junior, averaging 21.1 points per game. And his last rodeo this time, number 14, Carter Leary, 5'11 senior, 10.8 points per game. Very outspoken this week at practice, Mike. He does not want this to end
I can't
soon.
say as I blame him. He's had a tremendous career. Highlands coming in 18-7. This is the 9th time they've qualified for the PIAA playoffs. They are 8-8 in those previous 9 appearances. 5-4 under Tyler Stachinski, 3-4 under Rich Falter. They're the only 2 coaches that have done this. Corey Dotchin becomes the 3rd tonight.
By the way, Mike, Laurel Highlands trying to make a liar out of me. They only lead by 3 at halftime against Elizabethtown, 24-21.
And you got to admit, that has got to be a letdown after that championship game. I'm sorry. That was a 2-overtime, knockdown, drag-out, crazy game with a huge crowd at the Pete. A bigger crowd than Pitt's had.
Yes.
By the way, could we bury them today?
They're done.
Highlands is playing after Pitt this year, which you couldn't have been able to say that 10 or so years ago. We must end the Jeff Capel era, please, as quickly as possible.
But you're right, Mike. You talk to any coach, that game after the first game in the States is always tough, especially if you win, because you got to kind of...
Laurel Highlands, when they won in 2020, when they won the championship, they lost the first game.
Yep, so there you go. So let's get to this.
So here we go. The Bulls have the ball. They move right to left, dressed in the black and gold. Titus Gillette out top. Number 10 is Cameron Cheatham, who stars on the football team, and nearly a steal by Leary. Dribbles into a trap.
Leary on the ground, first guy on the ground. We always like
Kick
to see
it back
that.
out to Saunders. Saunders goes in with a teardrop and scores, and it's 2-0. Brashear.
They like to press, Mike, and let's see how Highlands handles that pressure. Remember, good teams like to be pressed, but
they have quickness.
Get it over. They're 10 seconds.
It is turnover. And again, they are not that 8-10 record. Don't look at it. They have been coming on. They lost to Alderdice 3 times, closer each time. Rams lost to Alderdice too, as we mentioned in the pregame.
But the other common opponent, Mike, Plum. Mercer ruled Plum, I believe, both times. They lost to Plum, but
right.
That was player was not there that day.
And that was a long time ago.
Clearing off, Mike. This is very interesting. That's old-fashioned school basketball,
yes,
Mike.
It
Playground
is.
basketball. Run the clear off, especially when they're man-to-man. The only difference in the playground, you don't have a 6'8" guy coming over to help.
No, you do not.
And that's what happened that time. Braden Foster was
steal by Regard on the inbound, but they got him trapped in the corner out to Kunst. Rams look for help ahead to Foster. He has a Foster flush for the first 2 of the night.
Good teams like to be pressed, Mike. I've said it all year.
So we're tied at 2.
And that sent a message to a City League school. We could do this in the suburbs, too.
Here's Kidd. Long pass to Saunders right side. And now they'll reset things. They averaged 53 a game. Their game against DuBois was 39-38. DuBois likes to play it slow. Now right side, Gillette's 3's off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped, but rebounded by the Bulls. Driving in is Saunders, no call, and the ball is out of bounds. It belongs to Highlands at 6:28. Anthony Oviel, Nick Carasone, and Mario Didello are your men in stripes tonight.
They look very athletic, Mike.
Here's Kunst, driving all the way in. He stops, he pops, he scores, and the Rams lead 4-2.
That time he left Saunders in the dust, Mike.
First 2 for Jimmy, averaging 19 in the postseason. Jimmy with 2 more, and it's 6-2. On the steal by Regard, and Kerry White wants a timeout at 6:05 first half. The Rams have run off a quick 6 here.
Got to give Cameron Regard credit there. Mike, his quick hands get a second turnover, and we converted both into points.
Okay, quick little trivia for you. Who's the only one of our starters averaging more points in the postseason than they did in the regular season?
Postseason regular. Starters?
Yeah.
I would say...
It's the only one, period, but he's a starter.
Carter.
Braden Foster. 12-0 regular season, 12-7 postseason.
There you go.
Jimmy's at 19, 21-1 overall.
Mike, I got to score at the end of 3 quarters. Penn Hills is beating Lamster Strasburg by 10, Mike, and Lamster Strasburg is 27-0.
Well, Elizabethtown scored 2 points in the 3rd quarter.
And
41-23. I got a feeling Rick Hogger had the paint peeling at halftime. Laurel Highlands by 18.
Extra step there, not called.
It took them a half to shake off the hangover. And it might have been a real hangover for all we know. Here's Kunst with a steal.
3rd turnover.
Kunst, great look to Regard, up and under move, it won't go. And boy, could Saunders get up there and gets the rebound. 6-2 Rams. Remember, no more mulligans now. You lose, it's over.
Yep, 1 and done.
Davis in the paint. Got it down to Cheatham. Cheatham had it blocked by Foster. And here's Kunst. Not a foul has been called
Great
yet.
pass.
Ahead to Foster with the lay-in.
Great pass by Jimmy Quinn.
In the game we didn't do against Laurel Highlands, Foster was the Rams' second leading scorer that night. Shot by Cheatham with the left hand won't go, and here's Regard. The Rams want to push it. Underneath the Kuntz, and he lays it in.
Talk about strong, Mike. Jimmy didn't ever have control of that ball, but he got enough control to get that up and in for the layup.
Nearly a steal by Leary, but Cheatham is able to control it, fires it over to Gillette. Now high posting it to Davis in the paint, blocked by Foster again, no call. Bench pleading for a call, now an air ball from the corner, and Timmons has the rebound. Rams have scored 10 straight. Kunst, corner to Regard. Here it comes, bang!
There it goes.
13-2, the Rams have run off 13 straight. Gillette goes all the way to the basket and lays it in. Kunst.
Brashear likes to play a 2-3 zone, Mike, and they haven't had a chance to set their zone up. Highlands been so fast on the ball.
Nice pass by Jimmy. Regard with the basket, and he draws the foul. Now Regard with a quick 5. He had a rough night against Laurel Highlands 8 days ago, but he is back off the schneid quickly here tonight, and the Rams lead by 11. That foul is on Jacob Davis, the big guy.
His first, team first.
Cameron Regard, 72% foul shooter for Highlands. Second on the team in that department to Jimmy Kuntz. Kerry White having a discussion with the official.
Here, up here, up here. Now let that one go. Up here. It's the same call. Up here. Relax.
Interesting exchange there.
Regard
Checking on vacation plan.
gets the three-point play, and a steal by Highlands as Kuntz puts it off the front rim, but the Rams are going to get it back. Corner to Regard. Fakes it, back to Kuntz. Drives all the way in. High off the glass, went behind the glass, and it goes to Brashear at 4:03. 16-4 Highlands.
Halfway through the first quarter, Mike, 16 points already, huh? The rest and rust. Rest is helping.
This team on long rest said it ceases to be an anomaly when it's 26 games as the stat. Oh,
Up and in.
Jacob Davis, the big fella, banks it home. That's 2 more than he had against Du Bois. And draws the foul.
Foster going to get the foul, his first.
Corey Dotchin would like a timeout. At 3:51, media timeout. That means that gives us time to talk, Dane.
Yeah, talk we shall. Again, I mentioned earlier, round 2, neutral sites from here on in. And again, we will play the winner of Laurel Highlands, Elizabethtown. It looks like Laurel Highlands will win that one. And we mentioned below us, Mike, we'll get either the winner of that game, Shaler, Hershey, Gateway, or Du Bois. We have 7 teams from District 7 in. And in 7th place, Penn Hills at 18-5. And I got a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. Have we ever had a 7-7 team win a state championship?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, there were probably somebody that got hot and got on a run at some point.
I just mentioned one, Penn Hills.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, Penn Hills back in 2004.
Hey, Coach Eric Carlberg on our staff at the game tonight.
And again, they were a 7-7 team, Mike, and Penn Hills is 7-7 coming out of our district, and they're being a 27-0 team, Mike, by 10. The other one was in 1979. What team was 7-7 coming out of the WPIAL?
How about Fox Chapel?
No, they did win in 79. They won the big one, 4A.
77 they won. Fox Chapel.
77, I'm sorry. The Valley was...
I have that coming up after the first quarter.
It
Valley?
Valley, 79.
Oh,
Did Joey knock them out?
That is painful. Valley lost 3 games that year. Burrell beat them twice. But they beat them and knocked them out in the semifinals of the WPIAL. Then Burrell lost the championship game to Beaver Falls. Then Valley won the state championship.
So there you go.
That's painful memory right there. Davis at the line, chance to complete the 3-point play. That was a great Valley team. Ron McNabb was on that team.
Great team, yep. Davis.
Joe Marzullo Sr. was on that team. And I'm burying the best players. Here's Tavares. I wonder if he did get in a shot. He was looking to get into the pregame. Leary for 3 out of the corner, no good. Rebound Kunst, he's hammered. He got up right in the face. I think they're going to get Cam Cheatham. That is correct. And they're going to call it a shooting foul, so Jimmy will go to the line.
He'll shoot 2.
Brashear people cannot believe that this is a shooting foul.
Kidding me. Where am I at?
Now you're in Natrona Heights, Pennsylvania, Coach. Better known as Highlands.
Kunst, it's the first. They'll get another.
They loved the gym, though. They were impressed.
They were very happy. The
facility.
kids were enjoying it. Yeah, like the rims and the.
That's a high one.
Jimmy missed the second. And the rebound to Jimmy, your kid. They don't sub much.
Now Jared White will come off the bench and Aaron Ford. Garrett is Kerry White, the coach's son.
He wasn't missing it pregame. He's my favorite player. I think I can look eye to eye to him, and he's wearing 0. I like all those things. Now, they get it down to Davis again, and he's starting to do a little business. They're going to get Leary on the foul, and Davis will go to the line, and he'll shoot 2. 3:12 left first quarter. 17-7, Highlands leads it. Brashear went out to a 2-0 lead, and Highlands then scored the next 13 points.
Quickly, too.
Yeah. Davis will get another. Rams trying to win their 19th game of the year. Back with a full season we've had this year. Now, Brashear hasn't had that luxury. They didn't even have a JV season at all last year. They only played City League games. They started about the same time we did, mid-January. But they played much fewer games than we did.
Nice
great
pass.
backdoor. Timmons to Signorella. And how did that not go in? But Lando will go to the line, and
Jamar Kidd going to get his first foul.
he will shoot 2. We'll see if he's still going for the he's going to go to the left side of the tee box and play his draw.
It's been effective, Mike.
Anyone that's a golfer knows what I'm talking about. I'm the other way.
There you go. What I tell you.
I go to the right side of the tee box, and I like to call it a fade, but it's a slice, ladies and gentlemen.
Still help out with the middle school, Mike. I like to stand directly behind a kid and watch what his arm does. And I've suggested a couple kids do it in middle school.
Oh, it's such a stroke.
Yep. And it's just how his arm goes.
And it's so mental. It's just like I've always likened it to putting.
In his case, I believe it's physical.
Oh, Gillette
Up and down.
gets it to rattle home, and it's a 3 for Titus. He's got 5, and it's 19-11. Now driving in his regard. Kicked it out to Tavares. He lets a 3 go. He drains it from the left side. Jordan Tavares from downtown. The Rams have hit 2 from down there, the other by Regard, and it's 22-11. The Rams have doubled him up.
And Golden Rams right to the press after the score. They got him trapped.
Here's Cheatham. Saunders lets it go. 3 ball, missed it, but on the weak side, Gillette worked it back out. Cheatham lets it go. It's down. Cam Cheatham, who had a 3 at the end of the game against DuBois to win that game, or DuBois would be here. Ooh, off of Foster, and Brashear would have moved on to a different opponent.
Here comes your man, Mike.
And here he is, 0, Garrett White. And trust me, from personal experience, you can't teach 5-5.
And Jimmy blocked that one.
Steal by Kunst.
And got fouled.
Puts it up, missed it. Rebound Saunders. Or Cheatham. Now Saunders right side. Oh, Cheatham looked back inside and got it to Davis.
Well, I guess he didn't control the dribble before.
Left side, a 3 by Gillette, missed it, but the rebound is, it goes up and decided to take a second peek. Titus Gillette has 2 from downtown, and it's 22-17. The Bulls cut it to 5.
That one hit the rim, banked in. You don't see too many shots like that.
No.
Right?
Well, the guys were talking about the rims when they came in, looked.
They closed it to 5.
Oh, they get a block as Cheatham
running.
blocked Foster. Here's Gillette again. Ball's tipped. No, came free, and White's 3 is missed. Kunst all the way through, carries it home, puts it in.
He's got 9.
55 seconds left of the first quarter. Highlands 24, Brashear 17. Cheatham for 3, it's short. Signorella knocked it free. Took a spill, but got it to Tavares.
Big hustles there.
Corner to Regard. 3 on the way. Nothing but nylon.
He's got 9.
Home cooking.
Steal by Kuntz.
Steal. Regard stops, pops, glass, no good. Rebound, Kuntz. He puts it in. He's got a Sinclair. He's got 11. 29-17.
5th turnover, Mike, and they've converted on all of them.
And that 5-point lead, the Rams scored a quick 7. Davis back out to Saunders. 10 seconds, they want to play for 1. Highlands has the arrow. The Rams lead at 29-17. Oh, they got in, but no call. Kuntz gonna let it go from half court. It's wide right. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Highlands Golden Rams 29 and the Brashear Bulls 17. Dean, let's quickly go through the WPIAL championship games. We've alluded to them. And
got to see a lot of them, Mike. A lot of good games.
Fox Chapel won their first title since 1977. They beat North Hills 43-36. The coach in 1977 was Rick Keebler. Their best player was Stu Line. He went to Oregon for 2 years and then to Georgia Tech for 2 years. Congratulations to Zach Scringer and the Fox Chapel Foxes.
It was a war, Mike. That was
Speaking of wars, Laurel Highlands 60, Newcastle 58 in double overtime. Second championship in 3 years. They had beaten Mars in 2020 on 2 Rodney Gallagher foul shots.
Mike, they had a 3-point lead with 10 seconds to go. They allowed Newcastle inbound it, dribble it to the corner with 4 seconds.
This is why you foul.
Yeah, and the kid made the shot, sent it double overtime. I'll tell you what, though, Newcastle did a really good job of getting the ball in the wells early. Laurel Highlands caught on to it. The last 3 trip, they had him surrounded. He wasn't taking the shot.
Mike Wells, terrific player. We saw him here in football.
And Blundo claimed he was fouled. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Quaker Valley beat Montour in 4A, 61-52. They finished the season undefeated. It's their second WPIAL title, their first since 1997. They lost 3 straight years to Newcastle in the championship game. 3rd championship for Mike Mastriani, 77 at Quaker Valley, and 2007 at Bethel Park when he went off for a little while.
By the way, Thoreau and Franks had all their points in the first half.
Sounds familiar. Kunst and Foster had all of our points in the first half against Laurel Highlands.
Here's something else sounds familiar. In that game, Quaker Valley 34 foul shots, Montour 6.
Ouch. Okay, you know what? We'll stop now. We'll do the next 3. We'll go 3A. We have a semi-local in there, so we want to make sure to get them in, and we'll talk about those. Next break, we'll do the other 3, but that's wanted a chance to do that.
All right, Golden Rams up 12 points here as we start the second quarter. 2-3 zone.
They wanted to travel. Kerry White is entertaining. Carter Leary's 3 from the corner is drained.
And Kerry's got to be thinking, do they ever miss?
That's
they're gonna get
the
Jimmy,
first one. They're going to get Jimmy on the reach-in. That's the first for Leary tonight. The Rams have hit 4 from downtown. Again, home cooking. Highlands this year, 9-1 here on their home floor. The only loss was to Mars, who is home watching games tonight.
Hey, Mike, going back to 6A real quick, referees did a great job. Never knew they were there. Chick Murdoch was one of them.
How about congratulations to Chick for getting the 6A title game?
Yeah, how about that? And like I said, never knew he was there. Best compliment you give a referee.
He had the highest 3-point arc from that corner over there by the doors. Our first year here, 21 years ago.
How about that? That's
hard to believe. Saunders fired it over to Gillette. His 3 is off the rim, no good. Rebound, Chandler Timmons. Timmons fires it to Regard, but quickly
didn't see Foster wide open.
Bulls got back. Here's Timmons, stops and pops off the front rim, no good. Rebound, Cam Cheatham. Forecourt, the Bulls in their black and gold, and the uniforms are sharp. I mean, real sharp.
It reminds me of Steelers. Remember they played up here?
Well, here's Gillette with a little runner. It's kind of like the Steelers' color rush uniforms. You got to love them.
Wide open.
Timmons with a runner in the paint, up around and in. Chandler's got his first 2 of the night. All 5 starters on the board. 7 players have scored for the Rams.
The way you like it, Mike. Ooh, drag that pivot foot.
Here's Jameer Kidd. Out top to Cam Cheatham. Now Davis in the line. Around Timmons, and he lays it home. Davis off to a good start. He's got 6.
Uses his body really well. Turnover, Golden Rams. They're 5th.
Now going all the way in as Gillette took the contact, and he's got 10. 34-21.
Trying to speed up the Golden Rams, Mike, and want to control the tempo. So far, it's been all Highlands.
Here's Jimmy Kunst.
Saunders right up in Jimmy's.
Oh, and a good defense that time over there by Rasheed Saunders. caused the turnover. Jordan Tavares coming back in for Highlands.
6 turnovers each. Jim's going to get a little break there, Mike.
Again, the winner of this game plays the winner of Laurel Highlands Elizabethtown. That'll be on Friday night. Last score we had was, after 3 quarters, Laurel Highlands 41, Elizabethtown 23. After allowing Elizabethtown only 2 points in the 3rd quarter.
Time and sight to be determined.
Right, but we are going to neutrals next.
Correct.
Here's Gillette going in, missed a shot. We could be back at Peters or maybe Norwin, if that's how it turns out. A good body control by Regard, but he couldn't get it to go. And Cheatham has the rebound. Cheatham wants to push it all the way through. Kicked it back out to Kidd, and he lost it out of bounds, and it's Highlands ball.
I can't say this enough, Mike. If Laurel Highlands wins, get your tickets
early
tomorrow morning.
And especially, these are all online tickets. You got to do this early.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's Brashear ball.
E-tickets, and Brashear sold out. Laurel Highlands sold out in 60 seconds, Mike.
Their game tonight?
Yes.
That's a small place. I haven't been there since the 90s. I did a St. Joe's game there. How's that?
Seats about 700, but in a minute, that's a lot of tickets.
You bet. Long 3 by Gillette, and he drains it from the right elbow. Gillette's got
double figures.
13 points, and it's 34-24. Regard has to control it. Bulls trying to turn up the pressure now. Dean, this is a competitive team in our section.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right. After Mars, they'd be right there.
Signorella lost the dribble. Got it over to Regard. Got a man out of there. Kicked it back out. Tavares long 3. Down the gullet. Missed it. Rebound. Foster tipped it. And it came back to Tavares. Dumped down to Signorella, but it's stolen. Boy, is Cheatham a good player, huh?
Yep.
Lead feed ahead to Saunders, but he couldn't control it and lost it out of bounds.
7 turnovers each.
34-24. Now we'll have a sub. Emmanuel Myers, number 5, comes in.
So that makes them 8 deep, Mike.
5'11" senior. Again, the next game would be Friday. We're back on Tuesday, Friday again. Boy, Signorella took the bump, but there's a lid on it. Got a good shot. No foul was called, but he couldn't get it to go, and the rebound to Myers. Chance to get it in single figures. Jimmy Kunstop off the Highlands bench after a break. Cheatham, and that's a foul.
Leary going to get his second. Only the team's 4th.
Highlands has committed 4, and Brashear's committed 3. We haven't seen Brashear. I was looking at our list of, we played Carrick in the state playoffs in 2018 and beat them 73-54.
That was a gateway. I remember that game.
And there are other City League schools that we have played, many of them now defunct. Here's Cheatham right side. We were trying to figure out what happened to Shenley, and after a little research, we figured that out. They have become Obama, and they're in Peabody's building.
Steal by Quince.
Kunst. Try to
pass.
Get it to Sig. Oh, maybe Sig can be the long snapper this year. Here's Gillette all the way through. Blocked by Foster.
And
they're going to call a foul. Is that a reach in on the Bulls? Or is that on the Rams? Let's see.
They're going to call on Regard.
Okay. We're going to have a timeout. They'll give me a chance to finish up the championship games. In 3A, Shadyside Academy beat Avonworth 66-54. I mentioned that's the only interloper that made it. Avonworth was the 8th seed. That might have been on our pregame show. You're going to need to watch that too. Avonworth was the 8th seed. Shadyside was the 3. Shadyside's first win since 1999 when I believe Will Saunders was the coach. He predated Terrence Parham there. Yeah. David Vadney is the coach. I do not know him. No. And he has the same name as a great Rangers defenseman from the 70s, Vadney. That's all I know. Olsh won their 63rd consecutive game and their actually their 4th consecutive WPIAL, but their 2nd straight one undefeated, beating Fort Cherry, who was the 2 seed, and they beat them by 24 points.
Yeah, Mike, if they go undefeated and win the state again, they'll set the state record, too.
That has never happened. No one's won the state twice in a row undefeated in the history of the state of Pennsylvania, so congrats to Mike Rodriguez and his band of merry men. And Bishop Canavan won for the 2nd straight year. They defeated the Union Scotties 58-45, and they win 2 straight years. And Union, their football coach, was hired by Newcastle today to be their new football coach.
Mike Canavan, we saw them up at North Allegheny before we played McKeesport. They beat Greensburg Central Catholic. And They were an impressive group.
We have a final from Uniontown. Laurel Highlands 55, Elizabethtown 33. Elizabethtown scored 12 points in the second half.
I think they turned the defense up a little, huh?
So Laurel Highlands awaits the winner of this game. The Burl Bucks in action tonight up at Fairview, who we've played many times here.
You'll love Erie. Steal by Kuntz.
Let's see if we can find what's going on there.
9th turnover.
Here is Tavares. 3:34 left, first half. Highlands 34, Brashear 24.
Now it's a 1-3-1, Mike.
Signorella found Regard in the corner. Now back out to Tavares. In the paint, Signorella lost the handle. It's loose. What's the call? It's a jump ball, and it's Brashear basketball at 3:20.
9 Highlands turnovers, 9 Brashear turnovers.
Carter Leary back in the Highlands lineup.
Highlands going to not press this time.
And this is Rasheed Saunders. Against Regard, who picks him up at the big ram. That was a big pick by Davis.
Yeah,
he moved about 12 feet after he did it, too, didn't he?
Somebody's got to call that out for Highlands. Like, I never blame the guy setting the pick. We've been through that one before. And Brashear going to drop their press, too. Both teams no longer pressing. They pressed throughout the first quarter. Right there, Mike. That's what he did against Freeport. Put Jimmy in the high post. I like it.
Here's Regard.
go.
Now to Kuntz. Looks for help. We get a wide open Tavares. Now worked it back out to Regard. These guys got a little more quickness in there. We're 1-3-1 than Freeport did. Foster used the body, took the contact, and put it down. Now, he wasn't afraid of the contact there, that's for sure.
He's got 6. Highlands up 8. Excuse me, 12.
36-24. Gillette to Davis. Saunders. Clock winds 2:15 first half. Saunders is going to take a 3 and tried to use the banking, late night banking hours, but the bank was closed.
Carter Leary peaked, Mike. He was looking down at Foster, who was wide open at the other end, but he got to get the rebound first. Believe me, that ball was going to go fast to the other side.
Tavares got to get around Saunders. He got it to Kuntz. Right side Leary. He's open. Going to let a 3 go. And off the back rim, no good. Rebound tight as Gillette. Lost it.
He's in a double team. And
Regard is fouled. Bulls bench pleading for a travel there, but none to be had as Regard was fouled. Saunders picks it up, and that is his first.
Neither team near the bonus. Only the 14th foul on Brashear.
High posting it, Timmons, right side Regard. Goes baseline. Back to Timmons, jumper. Off the back rim. Rebound Cheatham. Cheatham with a crossover move, but he's shut off by Timmons.
He walked.
Myers. Saw that a few places.
Got real quiet on the Brashear bench.
It kind of did, didn't
Yeah.
it? Here's Cheatham left side. He goes in with a left hand, put it up, missed it. Rebound Cheatham got it back. Now they're going to reset things. They got it out to Emmanuel Myers. 1:15 left of the first half. The arrow belongs to Highlands. The Rams lead it by 12. They scored those 13 straight points in the first quarter. That's been the difference in the game.
Wide open.
Davis
There.
put it in. They worked a good mismatch that time.
Well, both defenders thought the other guy was picking them up.
8 points for Jacob Davis. It's 36-26.
Different pages. And
Oh, great pass by Timmons to a wide open Foster.
he's got 8.
38-26.
The difference between the first quarter and the second quarter, Mike, is they're allowing Brashear to set that zone up.
Come and get it. Machine up.
And then they have to be patient against it. First quarter, they did not let them set the zone up. Here's a double. And
Double and a steal by Regard. He drives.
And there should be intentional.
They're just going to call a foul and send Regard to the line. I agree with you.
Yep, Emmanuel Myers did the turnover. then did what I thought was the intentional foul, but they're just going to put him on the line for 2.
Rams are 4 for 5 from the line tonight. Regard is 1 for 1.
75% from the line. Let's see what we can do with these 2.
First one's off the back iron. They'll get another at 24 seconds. 38-26, the Rams lead it. And he drains it. Double figures for Cameron. He's got 10. And the Rams lead it 39-26. 20 seconds. Brashear will probably hold for 1 here.
Get out. Double.
Rams tried to set the double team, but good job by Cheatham to get around, but Foster stole it. Rams had plenty of time, but Foster threw it back. Saunders out of the corner. Saunders made a great move and got fouled. Well, that was a good play by him. The 5'11" senior, Rasheed Saunders.
Foster gets his second foul, Mike. Once again, the Rams were out and running, but Foster couldn't complete the pass.
Now the Rams are going to get a chance for a 2 for here. There's 5.5 seconds, and they have the arrow. So after Saunders shoots his 2 foul shots, team foul number 6 on Highlands. We can go through the whole first half with neither team in the bonus. Saunders hits the first. He's got 3 on the night, and it's 39-27.
They've been outscored 12-10 this quarter, the Golden Rams.
Second, off the back iron, Foster has it. Rams with time. Here's Regard, looks up, 2 seconds, goes all the way through and got fouled on the floor.
How about that?
Now, but that's good for Brashear because they had 1 to give. And that's just a smart play. So the Highlands, with .6, you can still shoot it, but you got to do it in a hurry.
Cam showed great balance that time, Mike, because he tried to flip him, and Cam wouldn't let him do it.
Got to do it quickly, and they won't do it. So good job by Brashear at the end of the half. We have reached the end of the first half of this PIAA first-round state playoff game in 5A. With the score, Highlands 39, Brashear 27. We'll be back with stats and more right after this. You see the Rams coming back on the court at halftime for the final time in 2021-22. The Rams leading at 39-27 over the Bulls of Brashear that used to be the Bullets when they first became.
Anymore.
But oh no, we can't have that. So they did when they were formerly 5th Avenue High School and won the state championship undefeated.
They were the Archers, right?
1976, the 5th Avenue Archers. They were only 15-0 going all the way to win the state championship because there was a teacher strike in Pittsburgh that year, but led by the great Sam Clancy.
What were their colors?
That's a great question. Were they black and gold also?
Nope.
So they were different. Okay, I don't know.
Lower Highlands colors.
Oh, blue and red.
Blue and red,
Okay. Yep. When they went on to become Brashear, which they did.
I saw Sam Clancy and that, was it Dwight Clay play with me?
Uh-huh.
They played General Braddock at the time. They were black and gold. General Braddock had Jose Champagne, and it was wall-to-wall.
Well, I can only imagine that.
Up and down, yep.
Sam Clancy went on to play football and played for the Maulers and played many years in the NFL with the Indy Colts.
Didn't he also Cleveland Browns?
And Cleveland Browns,
Yep.
yeah. I shook hands with him once.
Big guy.
Other than possibly Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
The biggest hand I've ever shaken in my life. Hulk Hogan's hand, enormous also.
Well, Highlands 39 in the first half, led by Jimmy Quince with 11. Cameron Regard had 10. Braden Foster had 8. Carter Leary 3. Chandler Timmons 2. Jordan Tavares 3. Landon Signorello 2. And Brashear Bulls are led by Titus Gillette with 10 and Jacob Davis with 8. Saunders has 3. Cheatham has 6.
Rams trying to close this out and go on to a rematch against Laurel Highlands, a rematch from 8 days ago. Laurel Highlands 26-0 now, I believe, after their win tonight. Nice spin move by Timmons in the paint, but he can't get it to go, and it goes off the Bulls out of bounds, and the Rams will keep it.
Yeah, I talked to people from Laurel Highlands after that game, Mike, and they said Laurel Highlands rarely clicked on 3 levels, but they did against Highlands. They had 6 threes. There's Jimmy for a 3.
And it's down.
And we're getting near 6 already here. First half just over.
Jimmy scoring in the odd quarters tonight, and it's 14 for him.
So 6 threes. They were penetrating, and they were making foul shots. You do that, that's a hard team to beat. And that's what we faced that
And
night.
they clicked on all cylinders that night.
but he says they don't always. So let's see what happens.
Here's Regard. Out to Leary. Got to finish this one for sure, and then we'll hopefully. My guess would be either Peters Township again or Norwin.
I don't think Peters Township because they had such trouble
with the. Well, I think
cell signals. Yep. And it's all e-tickets, so if you're watching today, get your tickets, because Lower Highlands, they sold 650 tickets in 1 minute, Mike, for their game. So
yeah, that is amazing.
Yep. So they will sell a lot of tickets, but again, Highlands gets a chance. And again, when Lower Highlands play Woodland Hills, 1 3-pointer. Hampton, 1 3-pointer. Highlands, 6 3-pointers. So
Cameron Regard with a 3-pointer. He's got 13 on tonight.
They don't miss.
No, and they love shooting in this building. I mean, that is a...
And they did not like shooting at Peters, I can tell you.
No.
False.
It was different. I think that Laurel Highlands, having played a game there earlier, was a help to them. No, really do. Regard is manhandled as he gets into the paint, and so that's a travel. All righty. The look on Corey's face is priceless.
11 turnovers apiece now.
45-27. The Rams by 18 now. But they love shooting here, and if they could close this one off and go 10-1 at home, that's a heck of a year here in their home gym, which was not so kind to them last year, but they didn't have any fans here last year, and that made a big difference, I think. I got a vestibule report for you when we get a chance. Here's Saunders. I get a chance to talk to someone who did not play. Blocked by Foster. Someone who did not play in the Highlands' first ever state playoff win, and Foster gets back from Cheatham, and Cheatham lets him hear about it. And that person was Justin Bouch. He didn't play in that game. The Rams' first ever state playoff win against Huntington. The game was at We Did It in 2000 at
one of our first,
at St. Francis.
Loretto.
Bouchy was suspended by Coach Falter for that game, and he didn't get to play. He said he used that as a coaching tool when he coached.
Supposedly had a date with his girlfriend. I said, "Did you marry her?" He goes, "No, then you were wrong."
Made the wrong decision. I'm going to tell you what Falter said too. I'm going to tell you what Falter said because he doesn't coach anymore, so it's okay. Here's a reverse move by Foster. Won't go. Puts the follow. No. Rebound Cheatham. Bodies all over the place. It's a 5-on-3 for the Bulls. Gillette from the corner. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound Leary.
Man out in front.
It is. It's Regard on a great pass from Kuntz. Regard, great body position. He put it in. Timeout, Brashear.
He hung in the air so he could draw contact. Didn't get it, but he's up to 15 points now for Cameron Regard.
He's leading the red. So Rich Falter was the coach. Justin Bouch missed practice. So what would you like to do? And he's standing in the doorway over there, actually. Officer Bouch now, by the way. Other doorway, Dan. He's over there. He's standing there. He is
big guy
right there. And I asked Rich, I said, well, what's your thoughts on that? And he said, Rich said, I only wanted to bench him a quarter, but if I'd have put a uniform on him, I'm afraid I'd have sent him back in at the first buzzer.
That was Rich for you.
So Justin did not. I said, how was your vantage point for that first ever win? He goes, from the bleachers, because they weren't even allowed to sit on the bench there.
I remember that, yep. And Mike, he went on to be a great quarterback at Edinburgh, and he set a lot of records up there. By the way, Colton Haggerty gave me a score, 77-53, and again, that's
he may have gone low again.
Yeah.
He's a diehard in the fact that he really predicts big Highlands scores, but he did the one for the WPIAL game, and he was way under the margin because Highlands went over and above what Colton thought we would do. Yeah, last year with the disappointment in here against, who was that we even played last year? Who was that? It was Trinity, right?
Right.
I tried to put it out of my mind. They beat Abergallatin by 36 in here.
Nice entry into the post, Mike.
Oh, beautiful move. And a basket by Cheatham. He is a player. He's only got 5 points, but you see the other things he does. And tremendous on the football field as well. 47-29 now. Foster picks up his third foul.
Landon Signorella got extended minutes in the first half, Mike, and he might have to get some more here.
And there's the three-point play by Cheatham. He's got 6. And it's 47-30. Back to Kunst. Into Timmons, and it's knocked away, and the Bulls have it.
Saunders is quick.
It sure is. Now they drive baseline. A reverse baseline shot by Gillette is blocked by the Rams, and here they come back with it. Right to left in the second half, dressed in their home whites.
Nice pass.
Timmons with a turnaround jumper off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Kuntz got a piece of it, and Leary's, no. Under any interpretation, that was not over and back.
And there's a million of them, Mike.
And you could give me every one, it wasn't. Yeah. First of all, the ball never went into the backcourt. And I'm going to tell you why I know that, because the official wasn't on the right side of the backcourt to tell.
Can't argue there, Mike, but that is a 12th turnover of the evening. Got to clean that up against a team like Lower Highlands.
The interpretation that I've heard most used is ball and player.
And neither one happened.
And no, Carter sure wasn't. Here's Foster off the rebound. Try to get it down to Timmons, who is able to get it. Went up with the left hand, won't go, and the rebound to Cheatham. 17-point Highlands lead, 4 minutes left, third quarter.
Cheatham trying
that one hit Jimmy right in the mush, and down he went.
Nice sportsmanship by the way. Cheatham picked him up, Mike, after he knocked him down.
He's coming late. Timmons down to Foster, and he lost the handle. Turnover Highlands. Rams really sloppy. They only scored 10 points in the second quarter.
13th turnover.
Now we'll have a timeout with Highlands at 3:52 left, third quarter, leading at 47-30.
Mention, Mike, we had 7 teams from District 7 in the playoffs. Penn Hill's already a winner over 27-0 Lancaster Strasburg. Hampton at 13-11 is going to Central Mountain today. Did we ever do a game? Tussey Mountain we did, right, Mike?
I wasn't there that night. I had another game.
Central Mountain also 13-11.
You're all the way to Tussey Mountain. You better come home with a win. That's all I know.
St. Joe's, and St. Joe's did win that night. Northeastern York 16-12. They're at Newcastle 24-2. Elizabethtown 16-10. Already mentioned lost to Lower Highlands. Shaler 14-10. They went all the way to Hershey today, Mike. Hope they got a chocolate bar out of it.
At least.
Hershey 20-6. And Gateway 15-6 at Du Bois. That would have been our trip if Newcastle would have won. So.
I have a couple of those scores. Central Mountain defeated Hampton 51-45. So Joe Lafko is going to have to wait months to get 500.
499.
Yeah. You mentioned Laurel Highlands 55, Elizabethtown 33. Newcastle, the winner tonight, at home 63-50 over Northeastern York. And Penn Hill's score you already mentioned also 62, and Lampeter Strasburg 39. So those are the scores we have in.
That's a beatdown.
We'll check for some more later.
Mention Fox Chapel, Mike. They're hosting Cumberland Valley. That's tomorrow. Deer Lakes and Penn Cambrian, Borough, and Fairview out tonight, correct?
That is correct. We'll check and see if we can get anything on those guys. They're fair away. We're going to have to wait for Pony Express to bring those scores back for us. Here's a three by Cheatham, and it's missed, and the rebound to Kunst underneath.
Jimmy's got a lot of rebounds tonight.
He does. 3.5 left, third quarter. Here's Kunst. Tavares.
2-3 zone extended. Yeah.
Now Jimmy goes into the paint with it. Kicked it back out to Leary. Got a three on the way. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped by Chandler. Going to get him on a foul.
Over the back that time for Timmons.
That's a first on Chandler, number 2 on Highlands.
Coach White congratulating our referee for making the call. In fact, game 5. How you like that?
Well, they haven't had any in the second half, Brashear, so.
Going the wrong way with it. Highlands.
Oh, they're going to say it's Brashear ball, and guess what? The worst part about that is they get a new 10.
Yeah.
Because they were running out of time. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, wrong way, yep.
Wrong way, Corrigan.
Uh-oh.
Saunders had his pocket picked by Jimmy Kunst, and he put it in.
He cleanly picked that pocket, Mike.
Like he was walking down Pacific Avenue. Oh, here comes Kunst back on a feed from Leary, and he's fouled. Jimmy will shoot 2 at 2:46.
Cheatham gets his second. And another turnover, 14 now for
Mentioned it'll be the last home game for Carter Leary, but I believe he will be in the Cager Classic, so he'll get to lace him up one more time here in early April. Kuntz drains the first.
17 now for Jimmy, coming averaging 21 a game. Mike Love from the Valley News Dispatch here this evening.
Second win by Jimmy is an air ball.
How about that? And Jimmy's kind of laughing about that one.
Carter Leary will be on the Cager squad. Cager West.
Still again.
Steal again.
15th turnover. Jimmy active hand.
Ahead to Signorella. And his batted blocked out of bounds. 50-30. Highlands by 20. Corey Dotchin would like to talk it over.
And you look up, Mike, and it is a quick 20.
It is a quick 20. A lot of sloppiness, though, by Highlands. I think both, you know, again, the 8 days, and it's been a long year. You know, they start practicing. Well, they play all year round, but they start practicing in earnest October, early November, and here we are in the middle of March.
Yeah, Mike, it is a long season.
And after coming off a short season last year.
And if you remember last year in the state tournament, they only took the district champion.
Right, it was a small, you know, 2019 is the last time the PIAA conducted a full tournament all the way through championships. If you remember in 2020, right after we lost, they shut it down.
Yeah.
And teams weren't able to continue their path. The teams that were still winning, they were really disappointed.
Were there 8 teams left at that time then?
At least.
Yeah, because it was 32. Start with 32, go to 16.
Right, and then that, right,
16,
so
they were down to 8 teams. I thought they all should have got a plaque.
something. Regard into Foster,
Nice
off the inbound, missed the shot, tipped out of bounds, stays to Highlands at 2:32.
They were in great position there, Mike. And Kerry White is helping on every play, Mike. He's lost his voice, by the way.
He has.
Still.
Oh, tipped out of bounds. Highlands will keep it again.
Highlands having trouble getting the ball in.
They just checked. None of the 4A scores are reported yet. Oh,
yeah, a little
good
lazy
job by
there.
Saunders. The Rams not paying attention.
Can't be lazy
I think
like that.
Corey
Mike.
Dotchin sensed that when he called that timeout, that the intensity just isn't there right now. Regard. Signorella high posting, back to Regard. He's open for 3 from the corner. It's down. Cameron Regard with 18 points in his first state playoff game, and the Rams lead at 53-32.
They attacked 3 guys there.
Now it's loose underneath. They tried to get it to Davis. Now worked it to Kidd. Kidd with a floater, missed it. Got his own rebound and got fouled by Foster, I think.
That might be Braden's 4th. Yep, Mike, 4 fouls on Braden Foster.
Well now. Checking for Cam Regard's career high. I know it's.
I think he had 21, Mike.
He had 21 against Armstrong on Hall of Fame night.
Brashear Mike City School, they're located on Crane Avenue. So their trip wasn't as long as
A lot of
even some
teams,
those
yeah.
trips tonight. Yeah, it was home games.
And I mean, there was a chance, this kid gets his first point of the night, there was a chance, depending on how things ended up on Friday night, we could have been going there to Brashear.
Correct.
It's a place I've never been. Remember, we did Alderdice down in their dungeon, Jim, earlier this
They
year.
play tomorrow, Mike. They play Central Catholic. That's going to be an interesting
That's a
game.
good game.
Yep.
The Alderdice team is a very good basketball team. Devin Crummy doing a great job there.
And in a little gym, Mike. That game we played at Central Catholic.
Timmons back out to Kuntz for 3, high off the iron, no good. Rebound to the Bulls. Trying to get out of trouble was Saunders, and he did get it ahead. Took Cheatham. Cheatham goes all the way down and to Davis, I'm sorry, and he laid it in. And Davis into double figures with 10.
Shooter, stay, receive. Receive.
Now, different pages together, Signorella and Kunst. Lando almost threw it out the door there. Almost, Justin Belch almost got some action in
There
this.
you go, the state
He did
playoff
get to play
game.
the next game. We don't want to go completely nuts. He did get to play the next game. They lost to Blackhawk. That game, remember, was in Midland.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And your famous interview with the great Jack Fullen, who we love Jack Fullen. But
We did.
they played a lot of games there that year. In our first game, we had eyes wide as saucers when the guys made through the building that night. Like walking into Hoosier. Signorella down over there.
16 turnovers now.
Lando took a beating on that one. I think he might have gone into the bleachers. He's going to come out, and Jimmy's coming back in.
Grimacing in pain, Mike.
Corey likes to sit Jimmy down the last minute of quarters, but he doesn't have that option right now. 53-35. It's an 18-point game. Highlands has the ball as we wind to the end of the third quarter. The arrow belongs to Brashear.
And they haven't gone away, Mike.
No, they haven't. Kunst, nicely done. He puts it in with the left hand.
19 now for Jimmy.
All his points in the first and third quarters. 55-35.
That's odd.
Rams up by 20 again. He's scoring in the odd quarters to me.
Travel.
Jimmy, your kid checks back in for the Bulls, and Kerry White wants to call timeout here with 29 seconds left. You're going to give his. That's kind of like when the college coaches do it before the TV timeout. Get the extra rest for his guys.
Mike Brashear had wins this year over Waynesburg, Cornell, beat Perry twice, Westinghouse. Their losses were Still Valley, mentioned Plum earlier, Alderdice 3 times, Carrick, Westinghouse, Obama twice, and they've had games postponed, like Valley, West Mifflin, Armstrong, Shaler, and Olsh. And like you said, they were shut down for 2 weeks because of the pandemic. Playoffs, they beat Obama in the semis. They lost to Alderdice by 16 in the finals. They beat General McLean. That got them into the PIA tournament.
How many stars is General McLean? Is it 2-star general or 3-star? I've never been able to. No one's ever answered that question for me.
They're out of Erie too.
Right.
And then they lost to Du Bois on their home floor by 1. So that's how they got here tonight.
Yeah, Cam Cheatham had a 3 at the buzzer and couldn't get it to go. Or we would have Du Bois in here right now, and the score would be a lot lower.
True that. But again, the Golden Rams held them 35 points through 3 quarters. Pretty good.
And scored 55. Highlands averaging just about 70. Regard. Corner to Leary, but it threw it right to Cheatham.
17 turnovers, Mike.
Here's Saunders. Now to Davis, right down the lane. He can't get it to go, and the rebound to Regard. 6 seconds.
Got to get rid of it.
Got to hurry, and we got a foul. Regard goes down hard, but guess what? He wasn't shooting, and that's only the second team foul, so the Rams will have to inbound it.
Tell you what, Brashear, Mike, good sportsmanship. You usually get your teammates to pick you up. Twice I saw Brashear kids pick our guys up.
Foul was on Myers, his second. So the Rams had 3.8 seconds to do something about it. Quickly, fall away. Regard beats the buzzer.
How did that happen, Mike?
Rams got 2 shots.
2 shots. You like to get 1, they got 2.
Regard has 20, and he
pushing his career high.
He's nearly there. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Highlands Golden Rams 57 and the Brashear Bulls 35.
Well, Mike, the last time we played a city game, if you remember, we played Alderdice down in the dungeon, as you mentioned. And I told you I student taught there, correct?
Right.
And if you remember, we had a picture of me there.
Oh, my goodness.
And who's that, Mike?
That's me.
And how old would you be there?
This would be maybe 5.
5 years old?
5 years old.
Remember the occasion you'd be in a tuxedo?
This would be my aunt and uncle's wedding. I was the ring bearer.
There you go. Mike
Monica
Pavlik
and Ed Culleton.
5.
Age 5. Look at the size of that melon.
Love the bangs.
Oh, my God. Well, it was probably, windy or something, and it probably... Where did you find that, Dan?
Credit Dan Timmons for that.
Dan knows members of my family, obviously, and this was done. I'm going to have to make sure my mother's in the Breakfast Club so she can see that. I'm sure she'll get
the evening breakfast.
Yeah. Well, oh boy, she's a Breakfast Clubber. Trust me, 7 o'clock is pushing it for her.
Well, you'll have to wake her up to see that tomorrow.
Well, the good thing about YouTube, it's there forever. So.
That's correct.
Oh my, gee, Dan, thanks.
We got you with that one. We rehearsed it while you were out, by the way.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Highlands up by 22 here as we enter the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Dan sends the picture.
There you go.
There's
Classic,
5 of them. I'd like to see others who were in that. Beautiful, down underneath, and Jacob Davis. So we got you at Alderdice as a youngster, and now we got me as a real youngster, which would have been probably 1969.
He'll show you those pictures afterwards. There's a bunch of everybody looks young.
1969, yeah, that's for sure.
Timmons struggled, but retained it.
Timmons
and got fouled.
is fouled.
That one's going to go on Jacob Davis. I'll save the trivia question I had for you for our media timeout. And by the way, we did not request these immediate timeouts. Let's make that clear.
No, they basically just gave those to us.
And you will do them, we were told.
Right.
We said we didn't need them, but hey.
Chandler Timmons at the foul line. Foul was on Kidd, his second. In and out. Chandler will get another.
Thought he had a chance to go over 50% if he made both those.
Oh, that hat. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Dan, you're killing me. All right, Timmons will get another. In and out. Saved by the Bulls. 20-point lead. Now, even though the Rams have really not played their best ball here in the second half, Brashear's not been able to cut into the lead. As a matter of fact, the Rams have extended it.
Yeah, they got him. Leary's going to pick up his third, Mike. So Highlands, two guys now in foul trouble. Leary has 3, Foster has 4. Playing with a short bench too, Mike. So it's going to make it harder than to go to the zone now, Mike. Try to protect.
Here's Kidd. Now Cheatham. Down low, Davis put it up off the glass, no good. Rebound Tavares. Boy, Tavares has given the Rams good minutes tonight.
Leary on the wrap.
Leary with a zigzag. Found it out of the corner, and there's Regard's spot. It's a dipper.
They're going to get
We're going to get an offensive foul. It's on Timmons.
Yep.
Chandler picks up his second at 6:50 fourth quarter. Highlands by 20, trying to hold on and set up a return date with Laurel Highlands on Friday night. Notice some of the games where there were far travel, they made the games at 6 o'clock.
That's how Laurel Highlands
give everyone an extra hour to get home.
School night, and there's an offensive foul.
Yep.
Good call. Good call.
It's on Davis. Well, he set one of those picks before, and he was moving a lot. That time they finally got him.
Foster going to return back to the game with his 4 fouls, replacing Tavares. So we have the original starting 5 on the floor now for the Golden Rams.
$6:40 left. And here's Kunst. Now it's Regard again. This time he cans it from the right elbow.
Another career high, Mike.
20.
I gave him the sheet the last time he had a career high. He framed it and put it in his bedroom. I said, I hope that frame is thick because you're going to have more in there. This will go on top of that one.
23 points. Now a 3 is fired up by Saunders, and it's no good, and Kunst has another rebound. He's got to have a double-double tonight. Now he fires it, but it's intercepted by Saunders. Bulls back the other way, and Timmons blocks it out of bounds.
18 turnovers, Mike. That's just too many.
Yeah, it is. 60-37. A 23-point Highlands lead. People are going to look at the score, but there's a lot to work on.
Well,
coach's dream.
A little bit of rust, huh?
Certainly. But they're on their way to pushing their record to 25-2 since 2018, when they've had more than 4 days between games.
Remember, Mike, we came out of blazing 29 points in the first quarter.
13 in a row.
Yeah. Going to inbound right in front of us. Jamar Kidd.
Now Cheatham tries to go baseline, but Timmons has a beat on him. Won't let him get by. Gillette. Saunders left side. Saunders goes in with a floater. Up around, no good. Rebound Foster. Foster has it for the Rams. Now to Timmons. He's going to let a 3 go. Off the rim. Takes a peek. Regard the rebound.
Great job by Regard getting in amongst the big trees.
Oh, great passing there. Comes back to Kunst with a
beautiful.
runner. Oh, what a passing play that was.
Timmons, great pass.
So did Leary, too. So did Regard, too.
Good, better, best.
Kunst has 21. That's his season average.
My
And
favorite,
two over his postseason average.
my favorite congregation. Off of Jimmy. They'll keep the ball under the Brashear basket. 5 minutes even to go. Highlands ahead 62-37.
Davis blocked by Kunst. They call the foul. You got him with the body, I think.
Yep.
Jimmy wasn't buying it.
Yep. Jimmy picks up his third, Mike. We have guys in foul trouble tonight.
Yes, sir. Davis will get another. Less than 5 to go, fourth quarter. Highlands trying to hang on and win their 19th against 7 losses. That's a grazer. And Timmons has the rebound. Forecourt, but leaping up high was Cheatham to get a piece of it, and another turnover. And Cheatham lost it. Highlands gets it back. Timmons with a nice pass to Corey Dodson, unfortunately. Now, I'm sure he could have done something with it back in the day, but he's not playing right now.
20 turnovers now for the Golden Rams, Mike.
Very, very sloppy.
Not good.
Rashid Saunders against Regard. Regard gives him a rough ride. Work it back out to Cheatham, who has his hands on the ball a lot, the 6'3" junior. Lets a 3 go, missed it. Foster skies up to pull it down. Now Kunst to Tavares.
Great pass.
Regard lays it up and in. Two great passes. The first from Kunst, the second from Tavares. Regard with the finish. He's got 25.
What a night for Cameron Regard, Mike. And remember, he did not score against Lower Highlands. Talk about a great comeback.
And he's the type of kid who's probably going to stew on that for a week or so, and this is what you get. Here's Kunst. Another no-look to Regard. He lays it up, missed it. Rebound Davis.
Nice pass out.
Now they tried to go 2-on-1, but the second pass didn't connect to Gillette. Now he's going to step back and let a 3 go and miss it. Rebound underneath. Put up and in by Davis, and a timeout by Brashear. Davis has 14 points. He did not score in their last game. How about that?
That's really odd, huh? The leading scorer.
He's averaging 7.
All right, here's my trivia. I was going to give you at the end of the third quarter until Dan
we were so rudely interrupted with it.
Had that great picture of you. All right, Mike, how many WPIAL teams have had boy-girl champions in the same year?
Oh, that's a good question. Didn't we have one this year?
We did. Who was it?
Who was it? Well,
Two-parter.
I'm going to look at the list. It was Canavan.
Yep, Bishop Canavan. Boys, girls both won.
By the way, when did Canavan get promoted to Bishop? They used to be just Canavan. Steve Belak, how you doing?
Hey, good question.
They got promoted to Bishop. That's obviously double figures. I'm going to say 14 times.
Close, Mike. A little higher.
Higher. Okay. 16.
2 more.
18.
18.
Yeah, I got it.
And North Catholic has a lot of those, by the way.
They won again. Molly Rotten. I mean, she got double figures.
They were impressive. And the boys for a lot of years did it too. So
yeah.
18 boy-girl combinations.
Yeah.
Yep. 3:45 to go here. Highlands ahead, 64-35. Mike, we're almost at the mercy rule.
We are. And getting there strangely, I got to tell you. Aaron Ford getting ready to check in. Big fella, 6'4" senior. High dribble by Leary, and it's taken away by Gillette. Gillette drives, lays, and scores. He's got 15 points. The leading scorer for Coach Carey White, and it's 64-41. Now, Regard threw it off a leg, and the Rams turn it over again.
Blocked by Signorella.
Signorella gets in there and knocks it away. Regard. Nice dump down Signorella to Foster, and he puts it in.
Foster double figures now with 10.
66-41. The Rams are winning by 25 points, and they have darn near as many turnovers as they have field goals.
That's something, huh? 22 turnovers, Mike. Unbelievable.
Now a 3 by Gillette is down from right in front of us. He's got 18. He was their leading scorer against Du Bois with 9. They did not have a player in double figures.
Nice pass. Oh, even better defense that time by Myers. Knocked it out of.
Now we're going to have some substitutions for the Bulls.
Foster's hands. Highlands will retain the ball. Hey, Mike, Devin Whitlock, remember him? Val Vernon, we played him a couple years ago in a championship game. He's suspended for 2 games. He's not playing tonight against Obama Academy. Unfortunately, when they played Montour in a semifinal game, handshake line afterwards slapped the kid from Montour.
What's going on with handshake lines all of a sudden?
And Mike,
you know, we used to not have problems with those things.
Yeah, we were talking about that with the.
Is it going to be time to get rid of them now?
Well, it's supposed to be sportsmanship. That's the idea. Competition and sportsmanship, and that's part of the sportsmanship. And you know, I was talking to the Brashear coaches before the game, and we kind of had the same sentiment that, you know, the kids model what they see. And, you know, when the guy from Michigan, coach from Michigan does it, they say, well, he can do it, I can. And then Michigan coach says, well, I'm not a role model. Yes, you are, Mr. Rose. You are a role model. Kids see that, and they end up doing that.
Right.
And again, by the way, the school suspended Whitlock. It wasn't the WPIAL, so.
Joe Salvino's stand-up guy down there. We mentioned Canavan boys. They won tonight. They beat Johnsonburg 73-40, so they will move on.
That 24, shoot another one. Get his average up here.
So Highlands will inbound the ball up 22.
Loop it into Foster. Foster with a turnaround. He's fouled. It won't go, so he'll go to the line.
Aaron Ford going to get his first.
Foster with 10 tonight. 2:24 left. Foster shoots 2.
Weren't sharp for the foul line tonight either, Mike. And that continues too.
Francesco Vicariotto coming in. So is Ali Sharif. It'll be Vic's last home game. I use home in quotes.
They'll be able to see this one in Italy tonight.
They will. Foster gets 1 out of 2. 67-44. Rams by 23. They've led by as many as 25. Steal by Lando. Got it back, but now Vic stole it. Vic loops it into Foster. He lets a 3 go.
Boom.
Nothing but nylon.
Braden Foster has 14.
9 3-pointers for Highlands. They're going to try it again. 9 3-pointers. Foster on the run out. Can't get it to go. Lando's fouled on the rebound with 1:52 left. 70-44.
That foul's going to go on Robert Young.
Hey, father knows best.
You beat me to it, Mike. Everybody's going to have to look that one up if you're under 50.
You need to get a basket for, what was it, pumpkin or whatever it was.
Pumpkin is right. There you go. Sig, oh, broke his streak at 2.
Now, I'm not that old. I saw those in reruns. Cody Hubert and downtown Dom Stobert into the Highlands lineup. Hubert 50, Stobert 5.
2 fan favorites.
1:52 left.
Look at this guy.
3 out of 4. God bless him.
Tommy Callender now in the game.
He takes Lando's spot. Tommy number 10.
So the JVs are on the floor, Mike. That's our starting JV team.
And they haven't played in a long while.
Yeah.
There's a lot of practice for those guys. So here's Garrett White. Gillette in front of us. And I'll leave. Sharif, of course, will play tough defense.
Nice wraparound.
Oh, there it was. Beautiful by Gillette. Just the minute I talked Ali up, Gillette walked around him like he was standing still. He's got 20, and it's 71-46. Here's Vic. Now Hubert right side.
Let it rip.
Look for it. Kicked it back to the corner for Stobert. Now to Vicariato. 1:15 to go. Vic puts it on the floor. Trying to get a 5-second call, but none to be had. Stobert. Now to Vic. Steps back. 3 ball. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Cody Hubert. Hubert back up and in.
Cody Hubert.
Offensive rebound and the putback. 73-46. Gillette for 3 off the back rim. Rebound. Oh, Hubert, what a great job he did to get around Robert Young.
He's dominating these last 2 minutes, Mike.
And Pepper's going to enter the game. Muhammad Sharif is in, and so is Pepper, his first varsity action.
They just let him score.
How about Colton? 77-53, Mike. He's pretty darn close. Colton Haggerty.
So Mo Sharif, who will wear 31, it looks like he's coming in.
Mike Lee checks in for Brashear.
And we have a Pepper sighting, dude.
On the varsity roster for the PIA games.
White ball, white.
41 seconds.
White ball.
Highlands basketball. Back to Stobert. Now Ali Sharif, 35 seconds. Use the screen. Hubert's in the corner. Cody's got his 2. Here's Mo. Now to Stobert. Corner to Ali. 22 seconds. Back to Dom. Here's Mo. Top of the circle. Out to Dom. 14. I don't think they're shooting. Now they do steal it, and they foul Stobert.
Dom's going to go to the line,
They
Mike.
shoot the 1-on-1. Chance for first varsity points. Here we go.
In the PIA game. How about that?
So here we go. Dom Stobert at the line. Shoots the 1-on-1. 10 seconds to go. 73-46. The Rams lead it. First is up. It's
There
down.
you go. You have to make more space on the scorecard, Mike.
Dom Stobert, our leading free throw shooter this year at 100%.
There you go.
Missed the second. Rebound to Mike Lee. The Senator drives all the way in. It's the second guy we've had this year that's been the same name as the Senator. Sharif dribbles it out, and this one belongs to the Rams. Courtney, start the bus. The Rams have won their opening game in the PIAA playoffs. They beat the Brashear Bulls 74-46. Steen, final thoughts?
Well, Mike, onward to Laurel Highlands. Second time's a charm, hopefully. And again, date is Friday. Time and place to be determined.
Remember,
check your listings and get tickets fast.
Remember, we're not going to remind you again. YouTube, we have to go on 24-hour delay, so remember that.
We will have the game. But
we will be there, but we have to go 24 hours. So a game that will be played on Friday night, you'll be able to see it Saturday on YouTube. So that's it. Thanks to everyone here at Highlands that helped us out. Once again, that final score. The Highlands Golden Rams 74 and the Brashear Bulls 46. For cameraman Dan upstairs and the Dean Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik saying, so long, everybody.